G'day everyone, welcome back to the shop. Sorry it's been so long since I've put out a proper YouTube video. I have been putting up some of these YouTube shorts, and I know that annoys the hell out of some of you guys, so I do apologise. The reason I do the shorts is because they're quick and easy. I shoot them usually when I'm at work on my phone, just a series of little videos. I edit them on the phone and put them straight up, so it doesn't take a lot of my time. And I usually do it after work, just after I have dinner or something like that. But look, little quick video. I do have some other videos in the making. I'm actually working on a cast project over behind me at the moment. Sometimes if you want to see what I'm up to, probably best to look at Instagram or Facebook. I know some of you don't do that either, but just gives you an idea of what I'm doing on a day-to-day on the job, so to speak. All right, couple of stickers and letters straight into the shop. First of all, thank you to Paul. Paul's from the Haxby Shed over there in the United Kingdom. Paul sent me one of his stickers. Thank you so much, Paul. Paul does some interesting work. Go and check him out. I believe he's been recently doing up a shaper as well as working on his little milling machine, putting a VFD on it and stuff like that. So he's got quite a good series out there. And good on you, mate. I've been enjoying your videos. Make sure you keep posting and don't be slack like me. Unfortunately, when you're working full time now, my videos take a back seat. I got a surprise letter in the mail from Stevie GTR, who's also in the United Kingdom, over there in Leeds. He writes, "Hi Aaron, I've enclosed a couple of my new shop stickers, which I've printed on vinyl. The previous ones I made noticed they were fading badly." That's correct, Stevie. The one on my board my back over here has faded, and believe it or not, it hasn't been exposed to the sun, because usually I have shutters on the windows and only really ever run lights in here. So Stevie, I'll put these stickers back up, mate, and I'll put it over the top of your other stickers, so thank you very much. Paul, I don't know what happened, Paul, with your letter. Near my work, there's a post office that I've used, and they've caught me out before. I posted off Matty from Matty's workshop some stuff, and he should have got it within a week, being, I live in Melbourne, he lives in New South Wales. It doesn't take long to send a parcel. I think it was 6 weeks before he got that parcel. So I reckon they're losing stuff at the post office, or they're not doing their due diligence properly, and I don't know what's going on, following their standards and procedures. So I've sent you another letter, Paul, with stickers in it, and you should be receiving that soon. All right, so in the mail this week, I got some goodies from my buddy Arthur over at Live Tools, and I want to share this with you because it's quite common. So you maybe remember here, I got this probe off Artie over at Live Tools. Well, the other day I broke the bloody tip, didn't I? So no worries, Artie sent me a new tip. So it's very kind of you. And when I first saw these tips, Artie, they're different than the Renshaw probes and the other ones. And I was surprised how easily it broke. But I noticed this new style probe does look similar to the Renshaw style. So guys, if you use these probes, when you replace the tip, you do have to re-dial them in. You've got to put them back in the spindle and run a small finger dial, a DTI, on the ball and adjust it back in. There's some little fine grub screws here. If you haven't seen that done, you want to see it done, I'm happy to make a video to show you how to do it, but you've got to clock them in, okay? Now, Artie's also sent me some lovely Evolute end mills. Now, these are for steel, all right? Now, they're carbide, solid carbide, and they've been coated as well, all right? So I'm keen to give these a try. Now, predominantly, you'll use carbide end mills and probes on a CNC machine. I do use them in the manual workshop as well. Now, I'm working on this big cast project, which I told you earlier, and I was running a high-speed steel cutter, and when you machine cast, you run the risk of there could be still some impurities in the cast. There could be a little bit of sand still in there. So they can be a little bit taxing on your end mills. So Arthur has sent me over this Palbit carbide, indexable carbide tip end mill style, okay? So it's like a miniature shell mill, like a miniature face mill. It takes 3 inserts. So I'm really keen to give that a try. So in a following video, you'll see this in action over on my manual mill, and I'll be ripping into it. So Artie's also given me some nice inserts here for heavy cutting. I believe they're for, what's the number on them? You've got to interpret the data. They're P for steel. All right, so they're for rougher cutting, so let's hope they do well and they rip into this cast for me. Now, one more goodie, and I must thank my good buddy Kimber over in the USA, so Kimber Zelik, if you're watching. I do apologise, Kimber, you sent me this ages ago and I just haven't made a video. Kimber was watching one of my previous videos and he said, Aaron, I can't believe you don't have any Imperial taps. He goes, I'll rectify that. And Kimber, thank you so much. He's gone out and he's got all these Imperial taps, okay, that he must have had lying around the shop. He put them in an old Mitutoyo dial indicator box and he sent them over to my channel. And mate, that is so generous of you. Thank you so much. And it would have, when you start shipping internationally, it costs you a small fortune. So thank you, Kimber. I hope it didn't cost you too much money, mate. I need to send you something else now. I need to make something and show the general and pay it forward and give you something back, mate. I know you don't expect it, but that's awesome, buddy. I don't have any Imperial taps. And some of you out there might be going, well, why don't you have Imperial taps? It's because predominantly we're in metric over here in Australia. We went to metrification in 71, 72. All my education was done in metric, and even now when I use Imperial, unfortunately I have to convert it to metric to grasp some reality. Don't get me wrong, I know what an inch is, half an inch, quarter of an inch, but when you go those other, smaller sizes, 132s and all this sort of stuff, it just does my head in, all right? However, thank you, mate. I've got a nice thing of Imperial taps now, so I hope they work really well for me. Oops, hang on a minute before you go. I've got something important to tell you. Big shout out to my buddy Tom Knopp over at the Hilltop Machine Works. He's having a working bee at his property. I believe it's at the end of this month. Okay, I've forgotten the date already. I was just chatting with Tom online, and the bugger, he's just fired up the barbecue over there and cooked himself a lovely big chook, a couple of chooks, so it looks lovely, mate. And look, if you can get out there to help Tom, please do so. Top bloke, he's given his life to working with the community, and now it's his time to receive some of that help back from the community. So unfortunately, mate, the cost of air travel at the moment, I'd love to be there to help you, Tom, but I can't. I'm very, very sorry. But you look, those people that live in the USA, Tom's over in Rural Retreat. I forget which state that's in, I'm sorry. But look, if you can dedicate, a couple of hours or half a day or something, he's having a massive working bee. As you know, Tom got burnt in a shed fire that he had, and it burnt half his shed down. And he just needs some help to get back on track, all right? So it's been an awesome community. I know everybody's rallied around him, and thank you. And, as well as not only support, but financial support and everything like that. But yeah, working bee, he could really use your help. Thanks, guys. And to those people that are going to help Tom, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye. Bye for now.